Okay, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Professor David J. De Los Reyes. What I will be discussing this morning will be how to use, I mean, how to use a multi-tester. The only one I will be discussing tonight will be the basic measurement methods of a multi-tester. The number one usage of multi-tester is in the so-called resistance test. This is on the resistance test. The mode is already automatic. For us to see the next mode on what this multi-tester that could measure is by pushing this mode button here. After pressing the mode button, an icon for a diode came out. So the next thing that we could use this multi-tester is in the so-called testing of a diode. That's why upon pressing this mode test on number 2 option, the icon for a diode came out. So by using these terminals, we could test a diode if it is good or bad. I will be pressing the mode again, and the third option that it will measure or test is actually the so-called continuity test. There's a buzzer icon over there, and that buzzer icon will indicate if a certain part of the circuit is open or what you call this short. Like this one here, if I short the terminals, that buzzer thing will sound, meaning we are experiencing a short circuit on the testing portion. Okay, supposing you try to connect the two terminals on a certain component, supposing like just a shorting wire. If the sound is nothing, that wire is open. But if we try to connect the two terminals on the wire and it sounded like this, okay, that wire is actually a complete circuit. Okay, that's the number 3 uh, method on how we could use this multi-tester here. Again, I will push the mode button again, and what comes out is it's not an icon, it's a, what you call this, a measurement for a capacitance of capacitors. The unit here is nanofarad. So on the port mode, the the thing that we could measure is actually the value of a capacitor, in which the measurement value is actually in the so-called nanofarad. Nanofarad is, I think, uh, 10 to the negative 9 value. It's less than the microfarad. Again, if I will force the mode button again, it came back to the resistance test. So by just placing the multi-tester on this portion here, we could do four things. Number one, I will repeat it. We could measure resistance. Number two, we could test a diode. And number three, we could determine if a certain part of the circuit is actually shorted or it's open. And the fourth one is actually if we try to use the two terminals and put it on a certain part like a capacitor, we could measure the value of the capacitor. The next thing that I will be discussing here is the so-called voltage measurement. In real life, there are actually two voltage, what you call this, classification, the alternating current and direct current. If we try to measure alternating current, the voltage coming from the utility line, we push this pointer here to voltage AC. So anything, if we insert this to a certain outlet, and this is on the voltage AC, what we could measure is actually the so-called alternating current voltage. The other type of voltage that we could measure is actually DC voltage. So if we place the pointer on voltage with the subscript DC, if we try to connect this to terminals of a certain part of the circuit, like for example a battery, a plus and minus, what we could measure is actually a DC voltage. But the pointer must be set on the so-called capital letter B with the subscript DC, meaning what we are measuring is actually a DC voltage. The other thing that this multitester could measure is actually current. If we try to measure current, we will be removing this red terminal here. Then we will place it on this portion here. Because this is the terminal for measuring current. Okay? This is the ground terminal. Unlike on the first one, this red terminal is on this. On this terminal here, what we could measure is actually the four things that I mentioned, or the six things actually. Measurement of resistance, diode test, okay, continuity test, the measurement of a capacitor. Also on this terminal here, we could measure AC voltage and DC voltage. But just in case you are measuring current, we must have to transfer this terminal here to this terminal here. So upon placing this terminal here, what we could measure is actually current. And there are also two variations of current. Okay. I place the pointer on the 10 ampere range, and right now the current that we could measure is actually DC. It was marked DC. So just in case we would like to measure alternating current, we will just toggle the mode switch. Okay, I press the mode switch here. So I change now the mode of the current measuring terminal to alternating current. So this is now marked AC. Meaning to say, if we place these two terminals in series with a certain part of the circuit, what we could measure is actually alternating current. The pointers here, it says AC. We are on the current setting. Again, I will toggle this one. The current that could be measured now will be on the DC. The first one, like what I said, to change from DC to AC, we'll just toggle this mode switch here. The other measurement of the current, the smaller current, we got the milliampere. Milliampere is 1 over 1000 ampere. And the other, what you call this, laser current is actually the current, microampere, 1 over 1 million. Still, if we try to measure alternating current, but for alternating current, it's usually on the so-called 10 ampere range, because there are currents in the alternating current mode which are actually AC, but when we see milliampere and microampere, that's nothing to alternating current, because for alternating current, it should be big current. So for the milliampere and microampere, this is used for electronic component of a part of the circuit, in which we could measure the current to be in terms of milliampere or microampere. These are very small currents. Milliampere is 1 over 1000 and microampere is 1 over 1 million. Okay. The other things that this multitester could measure is actually the hertz. What I call this, the name tag here is capital letter H with the marking percent, hertz percent. If we try to put the multi-tester here, but on this hertz here, this red thing here should be here. Okay. If we try to place this one on a convenience outlet, actually we could measure the frequency of the voltage coming from the utility line. Okay. The other one, the next one is actually for measurement of temperature. The first one is on degree Fahrenheit, and the second one, if we change the location of the pointer, it is on the so-called degree centigrade. I think if we try to measure temperature, supposing we got the water here, we just place this one terminal on the water portion, and the other terminal is still on the water portion, and we could measure the temperature of that water. So those are the things that this multi-tester could measure. Okay, good morning from Los Angeles. This is Professor David J. De Los Reyes. What I have discussed is actually the things that a multi-tester could measure. I will repeat it before we will go for tonight. Number one is the resistance measurement, the diode test, the continuity test, the measurement of the capacitance of a capacitor, the value of which is in terms of nanofarad for this multi-tester. Because other multi-testers, the unit of capacitance is not only nanofarad, but for this tester here, it could only measure capacitance if the value is in the so-called nanofarad range. And the other things that this could measure is alternating and direct current, okay, alternating and DC voltage, okay, frequency of the utility line, and the last part is actually the temperature of anything, like a liquid maybe. Okay, good morning from Los Angeles. This is Professor David J. De Los Reyes.